Hey guys, stereo please. Well, I had a heater core failure. As you can see, I had to bypass it. And so that's the heater core bypass right there. And this here, zoom out. And this here pipe came out of that there hole where there's some foil tape. This should go right in. This is the input to the heater core, and you can, here's where it should be soldered on. Guess I had a weak point there and just started to turn, and then eventually just pulled out. Might be able to sweat this back on. Might not even need a new heater core if that's all that's wrong with it, but in order to do that, I need to get the heater core out. I don't have a manual for the truck, and I looked on YouTube and elsewhere, and I couldn't find any diagrams of this particular model, a D100 1973. So I really don't know how it's done. I'm just going to have to do it trial and error. I think the heater core is held in with that bolt, and there's 2, 3, 4 of them there, but in order to get to it, you can see it right there. It's right in there. But I'm going to have to pull a bunch of stuff off of this side. I'm not sure exactly what's got to be pulled yet. So it's one of those deals where, hope that wire doesn't get in the way. That's just a speaker wire. You can pull that out. There we go. Where I'm just going to have to start turning bolts and see what happens. No other way around it. All right, let's get started. I don't think the blower motor's got to come out. And it works fine. But I can get these online, but I want to get a look at the heater core once pulled out before I order a new one to make sure I'm getting the right one. All right, start pulling things apart. And you know, I'm making this video because I didn't find anything online for this configuration of truck. So I think this will be helpful to somebody, and I'm in no particular hurry, no particular rush, because it's my own truck and I like to go that extra mile. And even if I disassemble some things that aren't necessary, I always like to rebuild them better than they were before. This glove box is probably going to end up getting in the way. Glove box lid. So I'm going to go ahead and... It's a cold morning. My hands are cold. That's one of the reasons I want to get this job done. Winter is fast approaching. Winter is coming. And I can live without an AC. got some pins I gotta pull on this liner. Little pop pins. Get my tools for that. Alright. So, like I was saying, I can live without my AC in the summer. But I can't live without my heat in the winter. Because winters in Virginia can be rather unforgiving. Well, the duct is already off. Okay. There's some, looks like the blower, some electronic connectors. They're going to have to go. So I'm going to pull those right now. Boom. Boom. There's a really tight wire here that might have to be severed and reconnected. It's for a little light over here. And there's some access to some interesting things. There's access to a lot of bolts up here. So it's going to be a lot of wrenching. It looks like once the cover comes off, it should drop down. Should. Might have to pull the dash off on the other side. Alright, I'm going to have to get organized for this one. Alright. So there's the cover to the heater box. I got one duct disconnected and the other one should pop off when I lowered this cover. The other one's hard plastic. That looks like someone put that one on because the hard plastic one was missing. You can see the bolts. They are 5/16. 5/16. Hands are cold. All right, while I'm down here, what is this thing all stuck up in there? It ain't coming out right now. Never saw that before. There it is. Miscellaneous part. Miscellaneous part that just happened to be there. Now, how nice. How nice. I do have a power ratchet. Could make it a lot easier. I probably ought to get that power ratchet after this. I might, because my hands are too cold for this. Oh, let me go fire that up. Okay, let's see how this works. Something's caught up in the carpet. There you go. These are all the same length. They are not. I'm going to have to arrange these the way I pulled them out. We'll do that on the ground down here. Huh? It's just turning. It's just turning. Let's get that one. that one that's just turning. What's doing with that? A stink bug just fell. Why are you just turning? It's because the thing you're supposed to be screwed into, you're not screwed into. That's why you're just turning. So that should just pop right out. Always something, huh? Why do they have to be different lengths? All right, there's many more, upper and lower. We'll keep going. This is not glamorous. Not glamorous work. And I don't even know what I'm doing, because I've never done it before. Am I getting any play? Nope. Alright, I can get on the other side now. Now let me start doing some of the... See, I haven't done the uppers yet. I'll come the other side and finish the two lowers. But it's important just to take one's time. And to do it, properly. Okay, now we're starting to get some motion in the ocean. Okay. I think I got all the lower ones. Now we got to work on these upper ones. There's one way back there. I think for the ones in here, I'm going to have to ratchet them by hand. So here we go. Okay, there's the hardware, miscellaneous found hardware. All the upper, except one in the corner that was spinning, are removed. This is the duct that came out from that right hand hole that feeds the right hand defroster, and you can see we're now moving. Except for this side. I couldn't get that one bolt loose over there. So I'm gonna finagle that one up, tucked up in the corner. See if I can get that loose and see if there's something Oh, there's one over there. There's one inside. Well, there's one inside. All right, got it. All right. There it is. There's the heater core. It's not what I expected it to look like. Here's the box. Drop right down. Let's see if I could snake it out with one hand without roofing anything up. Let's get a look at what's going on back here. Oh yeah. Little time machine going on there. Gasket's in bad shape. Got a lot of spillage. Alright, there's the heater core. How is that? Look at that puppy. So looks like it's just loosely held in. Huh. Let me figure out how that's held in. I was wrong about those bolts on the firewall. They hold the whole box on, but not the heater core. Alright, this is going to be a two-hander. Be right back. Okay, I found one 5/16 right here. That appeared to be holding it on. I don't think this is the way it would have come from the factory. But it's the way somebody done doed it. So there's the blower. I don't want to necessarily point this down for too long. Well, no, that's what I expected. Here, I'll show you. Okay. Alrighty, now it is what I expected. Alright, so there's the blower. That works good. There's the holes. I had the top holes covered with a metal tape. The bottom hole for the heater core. And I'll show you what went wrong with it. There's the heater core. And it really is a good heater core, I think. Although it looks like there may be a leak over here as well. I'm going to get a new heater core. That looks like that's leaking. There's where the pipe came out. But I can buy these new, and I could sweat a new. I could sweat that pipe on there. But because that already looks suspicious on this side, I don't know. Because it was the top pipe that was leaking, and that water probably ran down there and caused all that. That bottom pipe is solid. Let me get that. I wonder if I could probably sweat that pipe. Where is that dadgummit thing? I wonder if I could sweat that back on and pressure test it. There's what happened right there. I don't see any indications of leaks anywhere else. See, it goes all the way in. See that? Look at that. Golly. I'd like to get that fixed. These things are anywhere from 180 to 260 bucks. Let me go see if I still have my copper sweating plumbing stuff somewhere in the basement. Okay.
You think I could bring them over in like an hour?
Yeah. Hey, I got the heater core out.
I see that.
Yeah. Yeah. The inside's a wreck right now, but
The guts are out.
it looks like I might be able to sweat it back together and get it fixed. So.
Duct tape.
No, this is welding. Yeah. Yeah.
I think they'll be good if I lead them over together. They both should be tired because Beckham's been so stressed and Dublin's had 2 lessons. So as long as the gate's open, I can get him in and shut it. And
I can come over.
I mean, you're.
No, I'm not.
Lately, I always feel bad.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing this whole job in one day. I'm just going to get this fixed and test it and reassemble it tomorrow. If I can get this fixed, it'll save me 270 bucks. And
argue with that.
yeah, but I'm not going to do it all in one day.
Okay. Well, well, you probably don't have your phone with you. I can start leading them over then when you see me if you want to grab one of them.
You say about 1 hour?
I got it. So it's kind of cold, but I washed Dublin to get some sweat off of them.
Yeah.
But there's a soap, it's neem oil. You've probably heard of neem oil. There's a neem oil soap that I have on their socks that needs to sit for probably till 12:15.
Okay.
And then I'll wash that off.
Give me a time. I'll tell you what, I'll check the clock.
Okay.
I got a clock in my garage.
Why don't we say 12:30? It's 11:39.
How about 12:30? I'll come over and
Okay.
help you lead them
We'll
over.
walk them over. I just, like, before the rain hits and it gets nasty, I'd love for them to have one more time.
Yeah, I'll tell Janine, and
Yeah,
so you said 12:30.
yeah.
I'll come
And
over.
make sure she doesn't have anything going on that she minds.
No, we don't. There's nothing going on back there. We're done.
Okay.
We don't do anything back
Well,
there.
I think it's just a perfect day for it. They would
Yeah,
love it.
yeah. We don't do anything back there. I never even go back there anymore.
The horses do. Very
Yeah, no, I don't do anything back there.
Okay. Thanks.
sucks. I don't know. I don't know. See if I can figure out a way to pressure test it. All right, I was able to come up with enough tubes. I sealed this side, and I figured out a way to hook up a vacuum pump. So let me see, get this hooked up right. Okay. There's a lot of area, you know, inside there to evacuate. Okay. Let's see if it holds. Vacuum. Slowly going down. Now, it is slowly going down. Now, I don't know if I have a vacuum leak in my little mechanism here. See, it's going down. Let me tighten up all my connections. Or it could be over here. All pumped up to 15 inches of mercury. definitely going down, but it could be in my little contraption. See the little dimple on that? Maybe that's leaking. All right, it's going down very slowly. Watch, I'll pull this left side off. Boom. So it was holding a pretty good vacuum. Not bad. So I think the other way to test it, to be sure, is just to go ahead and hook it up inside the engine bay to the actual heater core pipes and run the engine and see if it leaks under the engine pressure, the coolant pressure and temperatures that it will be experiencing. I think that's the best way to test it. Okay. Okay. Going to have to hook it up and see. Oh, what size are you? Oh, man. Oh, I'm gonna have to pick it. Pick. I need another pair of glasses. These aren't working. This might leak a little bit of water. Can I lay you there without you leaking? Good. See how I'm going to do this. All right. Here's the input line. Okay. All right, there we go. Well, we'll give it a start. So let it warm up. Let that heater core get hot. Got the heater valve open. See if it leaks. Okay, got a few small leaks, not even from where I fixed it. There's one near where I fixed it, and then there's one down here somewhere. You can see where the water's dripping. Don't even know where that's coming from. See it? That's coming from somewhere else. So my vacuum test was correct then. It revealed more than a leak at just that joint. So I think the best thing I can do is just go ahead and buy another heater core. I tried to fix it, but I don't want any leaks, and I don't want to buy any sealing compound or any of the aftermarket junk. I just want to get one that's been properly restored by a company and tested. They're not that expensive, but that was a good way to test it, right here in the engine bay, before I put it back under the dash. So I think I'm just going to leave this right here. I don't need to drive this truck anytime soon. Go ahead and get this thing ordered up. Won't take long to get here. Then I'll test a new one just like this to make sure it works before I reassemble everything. Okay. So all in all, there's the resistor, I guess. Right? That's the resistor. Yes. Coil wire. Man, stuff gets gunked up in there, doesn't it? So I'll do a little cleaning. A little crack. Here's the wires. Okie dokie. Alrighty. That thing's gonna sit there and ooze. You're gonna sit there and ooze. Those cracks might be so small that corrosion will self-seal it. That happens sometimes. Just the corrosion itself will seal it. But now I'm going to go ahead and order another one. I wonder if this one's already aftermarket. I wonder if they're going to want their core back. What does that say? Number 1. Can't read that, but okay. All right, this will be part 1. Now for the fun part, putting all the tools away. I like to get everything organized. The contents of the glove box. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. I'll be back when I get the new core in. Stereo Police, ciao.